What makes a survival game truly perfect? Is it the heart-pounding challenge, the breathtaking world, or the thrill of overcoming impossible odds? Hey guys, we have an epic video for you today, counting down 15 perfect survival games you absolutely must play. Let's get into it. A hauntingly beautiful medieval realm in Enshrouded awaits you. This is one of the newer titles on this list. The game is showcasing how its developers learned from other survival games to craft a standout experience. Step into Embervale as a Flameborn to reclaim a land corrupted by a magical mist, gathering resources like wood and stone to craft weapons and armor. Battle grotesque creatures in foggy valleys, building sprawling bases from cozy cottages to towering castles, while exploring ancient ruins. What makes this a must-play masterpiece? It's the seamless blend of survival and RPG elements, the stunningly detailed world, and the sense of awe that grips you with every discovery. In a whimsical backyard wilderness, Grounded shrinks you to ant size, offering a survival adventure that's especially fun with friends as you face towering grass and colossal insects. Scavenge materials like pebbles and fibers to craft tools, weapons, and armor, fending off ferocious spiders in vibrant landscapes. Build intricate bases in hollowed acorns or atop dandelions, mastering survival through teamwork and co-op play. Why is this a must-play gem? It's the enchanting creativity, the thrilling encounters with nature's tiniest terrors, and the way it transforms a familiar backyard into a wondrous playground. Gothic realm awaits as V Rising, a top-down survival game that breaks the mold. Cast you as a vampire where building your own castle is thrillingly satisfying. Hunt for blood to regain strength, crafting weapons to withstand the sun, while exploring misty forests and cursed villages. Online play adds danger. Other players may attack to steal your loot, making every moment tense as you battle humans and beasts. What makes this a must-play classic? It's the intoxicating blend of survival and vampire lore, the haunting visuals, and the empowering journey of becoming a true creature of the night. Before we move on, a quick reminder, 99% of you watching aren't subscribed. If you are enjoying this list, why don't hit that like button and consider subscribing? It would really help me out. Sons of the Forest is a sequel to the game, The Forest. It was one of the most anticipated survival game ever. It strands you on an island with horrors and secrets, delivering on its promise with massive improvements since early access. Craft weapons and shelters to endure brutal nights, facing grotesque mutants in shadowy caves, with updates making it worth replaying. Why is this a must-play masterpiece? It's the bone-chilling atmosphere, intense survival mechanics, and the way every moment keeps you on edge. Criticized heavily at launch yet transformed through updates, No Man's Sky launches you into a boundless universe as an explorer, charting the stars, now a true masterpiece. Mine resources like ferret dust, crafting upgrades to survive hostile alien worlds while exploring vibrant planets teeming with exotic life. Trade with aliens and build bases among the stars in this survival adventure. What makes this a must-play wonder? It's the mesmerizing diversity of its worlds, the scale of exploration, and the journey that keeps you reaching for the stars.
Epic new gas giants lose.
At first glance, Raft may not captivate with its graphics, but this ocean-based survival adventure proves incredibly fun, especially with friends as you drift on a tiny wooden raft amidst endless waves. Gather floating debris like plastic and wood to craft tools, fishing nets, and a floating fortress, while exploring tropical islands and diving for resources in vibrant reefs. Fend off sharks and uncover forgotten mysteries in this survival game. What makes this a must-play delight? It's the tranquil beauty of the open sea, the creative freedom to build your dream raft, and the camaraderie that makes every journey unforgettable. Mesmerizing depths beckon in Subnautica, where you crash land on a water-covered alien planet teeming with vibrant marine life. Gather resources like titanium and fish, crafting tools and vehicles like the Seamoth to explore coral reefs and shadowy trenches, while building underwater bases to manage oxygen. Face majestic yet dangerous leviathans in a world of awe-inspiring beauty in this survival adventure. Why is this a must-play masterpiece? It's the stunning underwater visuals, the thrilling balance of exploration and danger, and the way it captures the wonder of an alien sea. Originally a mod for Arma that became a standalone success, DayZ thrusts you into the gritty wasteland of Chernarus after a zombie outbreak. Scavenge for food, weapons, and supplies in abandoned towns, braving the elements and infected hordes while interacting with other players, ally or betray them, in a ruthless world. Base building isn't its strength, but the game thrives on player interactions in this survival experience. What makes this a must-play epic? It's the raw intensity, the unpredictable human encounters, and the hauntingly desolate atmosphere that keeps you on edge. The rugged beauty of Valheim unfolds in a Norse-inspired realm. A hardcore survival game where the graphics might not appeal to all, but it shines for dedicated players, especially solo, as a true test of skill. Craft weapons, armor, and longhouses to withstand the harsh wilderness while exploring misty forests and towering mountains. Battle mythical creatures like trolls and draugr, sailing longships to conquer new lands in co-op glory in this survival adventure. What makes this a must-play legend? It's the enchanting blend of survival and mythology, the awe-inspiring landscapes, and the challenging journey that rewards perseverance with every Viking conquest. Despite its age, Rust remains a must-play through updates, dropping you onto a brutal island where survival means outsmarting nature and players, with base building that leaves nothing to be desired. Craft weapons and shelters, building anything from underwater bases to trap bases with limitless creativity, while gathering resources like cloth and metal. Online play pits you against ruthless players targeting your resources in this multiplayer survival game. Why is this a must-play classic? It's the raw intensity of PvP survival, the dynamic interactions, and the gritty atmosphere that makes every moment a test of wits. In the war-torn city of Tarkov, Escape from Tarkov immerses you as a mercenary scavenging for loot in a high-stakes battle for survival. Gather gear, weapons, and supplies while facing AI enemies and rival players in tense firefights, managing inventory with realistic weight and health systems. Extract your loot to secure your gains, or lose everything if you fall, in this survival shooter where every move matters. What makes this a must-play masterpiece? It's the heart-pounding realism, the strategic depth of every encounter, and the adrenaline-fueled thrill of risking it all for the ultimate reward. A whimsical cosmos awaits in Astroneer, where you're an astronaut exploring colorful planets filled with alien wonders and endless possibilities. Mine resources like resin and quartz, crafting tools, vehicles, and bases to thrive amidst glowing flora and towering rock formations, while digging through deformable terrain in this survival adventure. Harness oxygen tethers to explore safely, building sprawling outposts and vibrant extraterrestrial landscapes. What makes this a must-play delight? It's the enchanting creativity of planetary exploration, the serene beauty of its worlds, and the joy of crafting a home among the stars that feels truly out of this world. Many might be deterred by the graphics of Project Zomboid, but that's a shame, as this survival RPG in desolate Knox County offers incredible depth after a zombie apocalypse. Scavenge for food, weapons, and supplies in abandoned homes, managing hunger, thirst, and mental health to endure the infected hordes. Build barricades, craft tools, and develop skills like carpentry or farming to fortify safe houses, with deep systems shaping your journey. Why is this a must-play epic? It's the unforgiving depth of survival mechanics, the hauntingly realistic atmosphere, and the way every decision crafts a gripping tale of resilience in a doomed world. Into a quirky, gothic wilderness, Don't Starve casts you as a scientist named Wilson, Stranded in a realm of twisted beauty and lurking dangers, gather resources like twigs and berries, crafting tools and shelters to survive harsh seasons and eerie nights, while facing whimsical yet deadly creatures like hounds and shadow monsters in this survival game. Manage sanity and hunger in a Tim Burton-inspired world of dark charm. What makes this a must-play classic? It's the delightfully odd atmosphere, the challenging survival mechanics, and the endless replayability that keeps you coming back to conquer its strange, enchanting perils. Often described as a Pokemon survival game with machine guns, Palworld whisks you to a vibrant open world, though its similarities to Pokemon led to legal issues, including an indirect lawsuit. Capture and befriend fantastical creatures called pals, gathering resources like wood and ore to craft weapons, tools, and bases amidst lush forests and rugged mountains in this survival game. Team up with pals to automate tasks and fight hostile creatures, exploring in multiplayer chaos. What makes this a must-play wonder? It's the enchanting freedom to build and explore, the delightful charm of its pals, and the way it transforms survival into a colorful, adventurous playground. Which of these survival games will you dive into first? Let us know in the comments, hit that like button, and subscribe for more gaming content. See you next time.